Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Shot Placement here. Coming to you today with the match footage from USPSA Race Gun Nationals. Didn't really have a whole lot of time to do as much prep as I would have liked ahead of the competition. My month kind of got destroyed with some domestic and personal responsibilities. But hey, that's life. You know, a lot of competitors are facing similar situations. So, not something necessarily unique. For this match, I ended up placing 92nd out of almost 300 competitors in limited optics. I think I came like right in the middle of the pack for the masterclass shooters in LO. Overall, I shot a pretty good match. Not as fast as I would have liked, not as accurate as I would have liked. I think when I ran the math against the guy who won the entire thing for LO, it was an average about 2.5 seconds slower per stage, out of 18 stages. So that's pretty significant. You know, of course, some stages were less of a time gap, than others. And I could have shot probably 50 more alphas to be competitive. So, yeah, my performance, I think, with the lack of as much prep as I would have liked, the lack of as much, live fire practice in the month of October, I feel pretty good about the way I performed. I had a few, probably just one really key stupid mistake where I had an FTSA on the target that I shot on the second stage that I shot on day one. Pretty dumb mistake for a guy of my experience. I think I just lost a few brain cells in that moment and didn't lock in. Funny enough, the guy who was in the running to win the entire thing overall for PCC and beat all the open shooters, he also had an FTSA on the last day, which took him out. So I guess that makes me feel a little bit less bad about myself because it can even happen to the best of the best shooters that are out there. But overall, this was a great match. I had a lot of fun. I think a lot of people really get sucked into, where they place in the competition and, what class and the division and, how I did and how this person did. And if you take that to too much extreme, it can take out a lot of the fun out of the game. And I really just tried to show up, watch my dot for every shot, try to execute good fundamentals. And see what I needed to see for every target, push the speed where I could. And that worked out pretty good. I will say I didn't have any other misses other than the FTSA. Everything that I shot at, I hit. The stages were of good quality, a good mix of, targets that you really had to focus on and targets that, were a little bit easier. I was really happy with it. I had a great time. Big thanks to the crew and the ROs and everyone at Southern Utah Practical Shooting Center. It was really a fun time. So I really enjoyed the match. So without further ado, here's the match footage.
Finished unloading, show clear.
finished. Unload and show clear.
If you're finished,
You're finished. Unload, show clear. If clear, hammer down, holster.
Are you ready? Stand by. If you finish unload, show clear.
If you are finished on the timer,
If finished. Unload, show clear.
I don't.
Stand by.
Good at slightly over the shit, so if I do that, then it goes to steel. And then just to come back with the steel.
If you're finished, unload and show clear.
Finish, unload, show clear. Is clear. Hammer down. Holster. Range is clear. Time 1921. Are you ready? Stand by. If you're finished, unload, show clear. Are you ready? Stand by. If you're finished, unload, show clear.
Get clear, hammer down, holster. Race clear time, 969. If you are finished, unload and show clear.
Get clear, hammer down, holster. Raise tail, 1808. You're finished, unload, show clear.
Finish. Unload and show clear. If clear, hammer down.
You're finished. Show clear.
Yeah, I thought I sent one over
If
the top.
clear, hammer. If you are finished.